Political prisoners span the gamut of activists on both the political left, often dissident, Sandinistas themselves, to those on the political right. What they do have in common, no matter what the differences are, is a commitment to democratic principles and a resistance to tyranny. All these democracy fighters, left, right, and center, have incurred the wrath of this one man and his closest allies, including Daniel Ortega's wife, Rosario Murillo.
But during the last 2 months, the Nicaraguan state, led by President Daniel Ortega and Vice President Rosario Murillo, has detained and imprisoned at least 27 leading figures from across the political spectrum. As someone who strongly opposed the Contra War more than 30 years ago, the Nicaragua of today is not what I was rooting for. Daniel Ortega and his wife, who once stood against Somoza's oppression, have become the oppressors.
The Ortega regime has done everything to undermine this election, and I think that we should really come to the conclusion, Congressman, that this is a farce, that this is another fraudulent election in the making, and that there is no possibility at this stage, in the conditions that we have in Nicaragua, to have an election, and that we need all the help that we can get from you, members of Congress, and in a coordinated way work with the European Union, with the members of the OAS, and with Canada. It is time to impose the democratic charter on Nicaragua, and it is time to suspend the DR CAFTA from Nicaragua.
It's very clear that Daniel Ortega will do anything he can to maintain his grip on power by arresting and leading presidential candidates and dozens of other critics. Ortega has shown the world that he cannot win re-election if the opposition is allowed to participate. While our domestic lawyers continue to exhaust the legal resources available at the local level to access our husbands, we are calling on the international community to continue to pressure Ortega regime to release our husbands and all of the more than 140 political prisoners in Nicaragua. In my hand, I have a list of all the political prisoners that are held by the Ortega regime. And I'm asking that this list be included and recorded of today's hearing.
Without objection, Bertha, it will be in its full.
When my husband decided to run for the presidency, I pledged to support him, but I never expected I will be the one speaking on his behalf. But the events of the last few weeks have shown that we must do all we can to save democracy in Nicaragua. As a wife, mother, and proud Nicaraguan, I must do my part. And so I am here to appeal to you, honorable members of this commission, to join us in demanding that the Ortega regime releases our husbands and all the political prisoners in Nicaragua. Stand in solidarity with us, but also raise your voices and use your power to ensure that the world remains focused on the crisis in Nicaragua.